Hey everyone, it's Andy with this week's Tips for Work and Life. Today we're going to talk about how to apply to a company when there's no job opening, why it's a great idea to do that, and I am going to give you the exact 7 sentences you should use to make sure you get that job interview. Let's talk about what's happening. You want to work for this organization, but you can't seem to find a public job posting. You're not sure if there's an opening. You're not sure if they'll welcome you. You're wondering, should I apply? Shouldn't I apply? If I want to apply, how would I do that? I'm going to break it all down for you to make sure you get that job interview. Let's talk about first things first. Should you apply or reach out to an organization when they don't have a job posting? And the answer is heck yes. Yes, yes, yes. You always want to reach in to an organization that you think you'd be a great fit for. There's tons of reasons to do that, but today I want to talk about 3. The first one is great organizations are always combing the world for the greatest talent. They're always looking for top talent. They are always in hiring mode. Whether they have a budget for a new position or don't have a budget for a new position, they are constantly looking for the greatest resources because they know the greatest resources don't always come along or available when they need them to. So they're constantly on the lookout. Now, speaking of no budget, the second great reason for you to apply is, let's talk about statistics. If there are 10 people in an organization, there's at least 1 or 2 of them that the company would be willing to trade out and hire somebody who would be a better performer. This is just simple math. But now start adding a 0 onto those numbers. If there's 100 people in the company, that's 10 to 20 people that they likely would trade out and trade up for. Maybe it's 1,000 people. That's 200 openings. Even if they don't have extra budget to hire additional resources, there's still 10 to 20% of their organization that they feel that they can improve with better resources. And then the third point, still on statistics here, think about how little the competition will be. There'll be a lot less competition. Think about this. If there's no job posting, it's a deterrent for well more than 90% of the people that are out there. So most of them won't even try it. And the ones who do, unless they're sitting next to you watching this video with you, they're not going to know exactly how to do that. So this is going to give the recruiters and the HR people and the hiring officials more care and consideration, more time to give your submittal more care and consideration. So there's going to be far less competition. So you always want to reach into a company that you think you'd be a great fit for. Now let's talk about specifically how you would do that. There's 7 areas that I would address in your introduction or your cover letter that you're going to send to them. Before I get into what those 7 topics are, I want to talk about a couple of other ways that you can introduce yourself. For those of you that follow me, you know I love the cover letter and I love intros. It's really important that you're using some great and enticing language when you open yourself up and you introduce yourself to an employer. Now, many of you have probably seen my now famous 4-sentence cover letter. That is a quality over quantity cover letter when you're doing something simple like trying to change companies. If you're a salesperson in one organization, you see there's an opening in another organization and you want to apply for it, it is a great and effective way for you to open up to the employer. That's a very simple way. I also have a cover letter out there. There's a little bundle of these. If you've identified an individual you'd like to work for, or maybe it's a higher up in an organization whose unit you want to work in, I have the boss hunting cover letters. So if you're doing a simple company change or you've found somebody that you're interested in working with, you can use those types of intros. But what about when you're not sure if there's an opening, you're not sure what the specific positions are, you're not sure who to reach into in the organization? That's where these 7 areas, these 7 sentences come in. And the exact 7 sentences are in the download in this posting. But I want to talk about what those topic areas are. So let's roll. Number 1, in any introduction, you need to talk about why you're writing to the person. The reason I'm writing to you is because I want to join your company. But you can't leave them there. This is, you're putting in a cold message here. You need to give them some context and some rationale as to why you want to work at that organization. So number 2 is your rationale. The reason I want to work here is because based on my research, and then insert your rationales. That's the second thing. Then what do you got to tell them? Number 3, you got to tell them who you are, what you offer, and why you're a great fit. I offer X years of experience in this particular industry, doing these particular jobs, which makes me a great fit to support your organization and the products and services it delivers. But you can't leave them there. You got to drive a little nail into this one. So the 4th thing you want to hit them with is a home run accomplishment. So tell them about a significant accomplishment that you know is going to be enticing and a great match for that company. A particular accomplishment that I'm proud of, or a significant accomplishment or a major accomplishment is. And then you tell them specifically what that is. And then you want to cap off that portion of the message with the 5th element, which is pointing them in the direction of more evidence of why you're a great fit for the company and any of the roles they might have. So you want to direct them to exactly where you want them to look for more evidence. Now, for most of you, that's going to be your resume. For 90-something% of you, it's going to be your resume. But I don't want you to just point them to your resume that you should attach. I want you to tell them exactly where in the resume you want them to look for more evidence that greatly aligns to what you think they're going to need in their organization. So that's number 5. And number 6, you just want to tell them you welcome the opportunity to speak with them. And number 7, you want to thank them for their consideration. So let's recap this very quickly. Number 1, why you're reaching out to them. Number 2, the rationale behind why you want to work for their organization. Number 3, what you offer and why you're a great fit. Number 4, your home run accomplishment that aligns to what you think they need. Number 5, you're going to direct them to where you want them to look for more evidence. Number 6, you want to welcome the opportunity to speak with them. And number 7, you want to thank them and have a nice day. And I want you to have a nice day. I hope you enjoyed this week's episode. And if you did, give me a like, a comment, and a share. And if you're watching this anywhere other than my YouTube channel or the Tips for Work and Life blog, hop over to the blog. I've got many more videos and podcasts and articles on career-related and job searching related and job interviewing related topics. So until next week, have a great one.